Well, let's take it. Yeah. Now You See Me was excellent. We rewatched it pretty recently, and yesterday, and yep, I love the movie. Train in this. All right. Cutscene coming up now then? I believe there was one.
I have rid us of Urzael's tiresome existence. Without his leadership, the Reaper should be easy for Torian's men to finish off.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we're no closer to knowing Malthael's ultimate plan, and he grows stronger with each passing moment. Time is running out.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
Oh, you have to speak to a lot of NPCs before activating the cutscene. But, oh well, no problem. Then I'll just do that. Hello.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
I rarely do.
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria. At last.
There's your spoiler for those of you who have yet to play, have yet to finish the original. Chid.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Oh, really? And why is that?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
I shall try to restrain myself. But make no mistake, she will die.
He's very adamant about that. There's the cutscene. Enjoy.
I have delivered the city of Westmarch from Urzael and his Reapers. The people are now free to rebuild their homes and their lives. Lorath and I depart for the Blood Marsh to find Adria. She, of all people, knows how to locate Malthael. I will take great joy in extracting that information before I kill her.
Ooh, everyone wants to kill Adria.
Can you feel that? The very air is heavy with the taint of Adria's blood magic.
Hello again, there we are. That was the cutscene. And now we have a what's it called? Horadrim following us.
In the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
Yeah, that seems to be a recurring theme in Diablo. Hiding things deep underground and then evil people finding them. Maybe you should hide the stuff you want to keep hidden above ground or something. I don't know. Or just not hide it at all. Maybe if you keep it in plain sight, people won't find it. Because they seem to be pretty good at finding hidden stuff. Stargate? I haven't seen enough of that to know that. But Adria is definitely an important character in the Diablo-verse. The Diablo-verse.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Our friend, Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
Monsters, of course. Another example of Blizzard going the route of many low health monsters instead of a few high health ones. That's a common theme recurring in this act. But those that do have high health have high health. So, yeah.
Nothing more than a
Eventually he will die. There we go.
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
A Nephilim. Nephilim. I'm not sure.
You can run, Adria, but I will find you.
I'm not sure how
Remember
often
to
he
get
will
the
return.
information we need before you.
Yes, yes. Information first, then killing.
Indeed, that is the correct order.
Reassuring?
Because if you kill first, you can't get the information you need. So. Up. That is the correct order indeed. And once again, we're in a great great open space searching for something. Which is why I hated Act 2, because it did a lot of that. And which is why I dislike this Act as well. I mean, it's fun having a great open space, but looking for something specific is not really Diablo-esque, I think. Oh, poison cloud. Be careful there, Crusader or Templar. I mean, Templar. Of course, Templars are no Crusaders in this. Usually, well, first I thought, you know, Templar, Crusader, potato, potato, but that's not true in the Diablo universe. They are quite two different things. Another helmet. This looks very Sauron-like, this helmet, if you look at the picture, the one I have in the inventory. But it's not that good, so. I really think the armor design is way better than the way it looks, I mean.
You dare attack me?
Than the one pre-expansion. So that's a plus. Really good job of the design, from designer standpoint.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
What is your line, Will? Did I use one of your trademarked lines?
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Please, allow me.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
What line did I use that you copyright?
Prepare for a long fight!
Oh, they're already almost dead. You should have said it in the beginning. Prepare for a long fight when they're almost dead. Ah, two-handed sword. With a lot of intelligence though. Oh, details. Oh. Alright. I didn't use that one. But details is a word, not a line.
Guide stone to determine which castle. Here.
Yep, there's a castle here. Look, castle. Just have to find the entrance. It's one of those side quests again.
Begone! I am not yet ready to entertain guests.
As you can see. There are a lot of kings floating around in this world.
It's almost finished!
Lords and kings. We didn't encounter the other one, but there is another side quest in West March. That's the first area where there is another king that also, and then there are the king killers, which we did kill. So there are a lot of kings and people that dislike kings in this world. But that's usually how it goes, I think. I'm not in a good spot.
How are you going to get Adria to tell you where Malthael is? Actually, I don't want to know.
You know, torture. There are multiple ways of letting someone tell you something you need.
Now it will never be finished! I curse you, Saul! You sold me this piece of waterlogged land to build my castle on! Well, I will have the last laugh, you dog! I will build my castle here, and it will be the grandest castle ever! Do you hear me, Saul? Ever!
When I, for the first time did this quest, and they were like, I have to build this castle in this swamp. I was like, oh man, that's so Monty Python.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
So now we've got Monty Python, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, a lot of references in this game. I didn't steal. I quote.
I'm just warming up.
Good to know. Well, pretty damaging crossbow.
What? I'm not dead?
Nope, still alive.
You have my thanks. But a word of warning. These animals carry a plague and must be killed before it spreads.
And you want to send me to kill them? Oh.
To create a potion to fight it, I cut one of them open and took its innards. They smell it on me. That's why they're attacking.
Thank you for the explanation. I'm sure it made a lot of sense. Or I mean, I'm sure it adds to the defense. Yeah, Swamp Castle. We've got Swamp Castle, a rat called Sprinter instead of Splinter. You know, a lot of references to stuff.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Well, I'm sure they did.
Here, take this as my way of saying thanks. I must get back to my work.
I just spilled the gold out on the ground. More intelligence, more vitality. Less armor though. Wait, really? More vitality? 69, no, not even more vitality. Them Easter eggs, indeed. Indeed, them Easter eggs. They did quite a good job of it in this expansion. I'm not sure there were that many in Diablo 3, or it were things that I have not seen or heard or something. So there might be, but I'm not sure. Of the original Diablo one. The original Diablo 3.
My father could never understand. He was born into privilege and wealth, and he spent every moment of his life trying to protect it. I was his flesh and blood, but he cared more about the names in books and the faces of the paintings on the walls than his living daughter.
Yeah, that's crappy childhood, I'd say. Nah, well, not. He ran away. But not without leaving some gold. Everyone always has a harsh life in Diablo games. There's not... Well, and not only in Diablo games, but also in a lot of stories and games and stuff. There's not a guy who was like living in wealth and luxury, or like living in a peaceful environment, and that went like, maybe I should go adventuring. And then picked up a sword and a shield and went for it. But maybe that might not be captivating enough for audiences to read or view.
Perhaps, when this is over, I'll return here to live a life of isolation until I reach enlightenment.
Isolation is not for you, my friend. You'd miss her too much.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Without struggle, there's no story. Yeah, I guess. Writers call it conflict. Very fancy. Well, you are a writer, so taking your word for it. A very fancy. And another crossbow I see lying there on the floor. Why a wizard always picks up crossbows, I have no idea. Oh, poops out another creature.
A glorious development.
A glorious development.
This may be the right passage, but I am not certain.
I'm not certain. We just got new passive. Unwavering will. Increases standing still, increases the following. As you shouldn't, Bookfish, as you shouldn't. Wow, elemental exposure. Cool. Being near algo causes... Mentally insane. But we want our characters mentally insane, don't we? Oh. I was launched into an elite pack, or rare pack. I'm not sure what the correct terminology is for the blue monsters. For someone who plays a lot of Diablo, I'm not that familiar with Diablo's terminology on monster packs. Yeah. Do you think they overdid it? He overdid it in Lord of the Rings? I sometimes question that. Because, of course, characters need conflict to remain interesting. But Lord of the Rings is like one extreme, right? Because the conflicts he gets thrown in them are...
An incredible feat!
Just one extreme to the next. From one extreme to the next, right? So... I'm not sure, maybe. Stone Reader?
I'm so good, I astound myself.
I think that's just a matter of taste. Yeah, maybe? I mean, Game of Thrones is full of epic conflicts as well, and it's really successful series. So, you know, who knows? Maybe people like that.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
Oops. I don't want to get frozen. Oh, I got frozen.
How does that feel?
Yay, got feared out of the frozen. Oh, more frozen bubble. Yeah, it might be a matter of taste, but it's quite common. A quite common taste. Because Game of Thrones is pretty successful and they get epic stuff thrown at them as well. All the time. I'm not saying that's bad, it's just observation. An observation that that is the taste of people then. Yes, they're very different. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm just saying that they're both filled to the brim with epic conflicts. They're both series that do not
This is not the right passage.
they're both series that do not spare their characters from a lot of harm. Do not give their characters enough breathing room, or a lot of breathing room, I think. Not that I'm saying that's bad, but yeah, just an observation. On my part. But it does make for some epic shows, definitely. Or epic stories. Speaking of stories, did you hear the news that they wanted to make a trilogy movie out of a 54-page Harry Potter book? I'm not sure which Harry Potter book. Something with fantastical beasts or something. And they want to make a trilogy out of that. Which I was like, what? You've got 54 pages? That's even smaller than The Hobbit, right? 54 pages.
Now I know which sigil marks the correct passage.
And it's close by. How convenient.
This is the passage for which I've been searching.
Right, I'm not sure how much time has elapsed since the last break. But I have to go to the toilet, so a good excuse to take a break. And once we're back, we're going to explore the Passage of Corvus. So, see you all in a minute or two.